Hi, and welcome to Speaking Of. I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
And Kate informed me before we started shooting today that she has something
A something?
to tell us. So she's going to start out.
All I have to say is, if you got a problem, I'll solve it. Nothing about DJs. I'm just saying that after a lengthy discussion with Beverly today, reaffirming all of the things that I said to her that Dr. Phil confirmed,
Wait. Confirmed about you or about her?
Her.
Okay.
So she's telling me all the things that Dr. Phil, that she learned on Dr. Phil, and I was like, yeah, I already told you that. Yeah, I already told you that. Yeah, I already told you that. And I was like, you know what? I can solve all your problems. So I've decided that if you have a problem,
I'll solve it.
Personal or professional, I'll solve it. If you got 99 problems and being young ain't one of them, I can take care of it. Just email or comment what your problem is, and on our next episode, I will give you a solution for it. Bam!
Dag, yo! Oh my goodness.
So, go from there, if you can.
I can't, because I clearly didn't get my uppers before I came for today's shoot.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm fine.
Not a thing. So, speaking of problems, I've been having problems with my internet service, and it has finally been time to kick it to the curb. It's done. Moving on up.
Speaking of internet problems getting kicked to the curb, hope you're not trying to break up with Comcast. Did you not hear about that?
No.
There's this.
Do tell.
There was this lady. She and her husband, boyfriend, whatever. Anyway, they were trying to cancel their Comcast service, and the guy on the phone, the representative,
I did hear about
would not let them break up. And he recorded the call, and now it's gone everywhere. And they had to there's an apology. And I listened to the call today, and it was pretty funny. I'm like, dude, it's time to just let go.
It's time for the breakup.
Yes.
No,
anyway, carry on.
That's funny. I didn't have that problem.
That's
no.
good.
So my issue was, I call them, and this particular company, as many companies in America do now, outsource to India to take their calls. And I think I've told this story before, where I've called them in the past, and I had to tell this poor gentleman in the past that while I was not racist and I'm not a bigot,
everyone's a little bit racist.
Yes, according to Avenue Q. That between the long distance connection and the accent, I could not understand a word he was saying.
No.
So anyway, calling India again, since I love to do it. And the guy answers, "Hi, this is Rob."
Sure.
You're not Rob. You're not in any of this way, Rob. You are a poo. Or, unless, maybe he's Robakosh, and Rob is short for Robakosh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's a name.
Anyway.
It's not even a word.
What should be a name now?
It's going to be India's most popular name.
It is.
Starting now.
So I just feel bad for them, because I feel like,
they're being forced to lie.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't have to be forced to lie. You should get to lie on your own terms.
They're competent, they're good. But I didn't have the Comcast problem. Mine was worried that my email account was going to get deleted and I was going to miss lots of emails.
I'm sure.
And I had to assure him, not once, not twice, but 3 times, that the email address situation was under control.
I'm just going to say, speaking of email addresses, that I've been telling Jared for, I don't know,
Kate
years now.
was very glad that this particular email address
to use a real email address.
Dead.
Just saying. Whatever.
Oh. All right, your turn now.
Let's see.
Because I've got something else, but...
Well, why don't you go
Okay, so speaking of something else to talk about.
Speaking of anything else.
Speaking of anything else. So this week on our Facebook page, we announced that, it's a huge story. We weren't the first to announce it. Darn it.
This was the first I had heard of it.
Yes, Marvel in October of this year, in the comic book, just the comic book, very important we say that.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
But still.
All right, carry on.
Yes, is changing the character of Thor from a man to a woman.
To which
and they're still going to call the woman Thor.
To which my response is, to quote my friend Chris, what the fairy dust?
What the fairy dust?
I don't understand.
Okay,
don't
so
understand.
this is their rationale is that they're trying to get strong women characters. Blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
So here's my thing. You want a strong woman character? I don't know. Bring back this chick. Bring back this
Well,
chick.
Wonder Woman's still around, but
Or-
this is what I don't get. Go ahead.
Create a new one.
Exactly. So
Give
they
Thor a
they
partner.
said
Maybe he needs a
well,
girlfriend.
they said they don't want to do that because like Batman, they did Batgirl and blah
Right.
blah blah, and they're like we don't want to give him just a sister or something, and I'm like why not? Comics are all soap opera anyway.
Right. Oh, I thought you were dead for like 1 billion years and now you're alive again. Woo!
Yeah, Loki. So yes, big turmoil, big goings on. We'll see
Well,
how long it lasts.
I'm not as upset about it knowing that it's just
I
a
did
new
like
comic
though. I
book.
just have to tell you this. Kate thinks we need to get Stan Lee.
I'm going to get him on the horn and I'm going to say, listen, Mr. Stanley. Mr. With a G.
She says it all in one word. Not
Mr.
two.
Stanley. This must be changed.
Mr. Stan. It's not Mr. Peabody.
Speaking of Mr. Peabody,
Mhm.
I have a story.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm actually kind of afraid that Mr. Peabody, yes, that you would have a story.
Okay, so recently I was on a FaceTime call with my nephew who is 4.
Thor.
There's a lot of them. I can't keep track of how old
You
they
have
are, okay?
no idea how many of them there are.
Rabbits. Anyway, so my 4-year-old nephew is on a FaceTime call with me. And he's talking and he's talking and he's talking kind of fast. It's hard to understand him, you know. Well, so all of a sudden he hears somebody come in. He's like, "Oh, I think my mom is home." And he's taking the device, I think it's an iPad, and he's putting it like between the couch and the cushion.
Was he trying to hide you?
Yes. And so he's like sticking it there and he goes, "I'll call you right back." And then he was like, "You don't push the button and I won't push the button." And then he says, "Don't tell them about the way back." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" So then he leaves and he comes back.
Apparently he's got a way back in that
Yeah,
house.
and he's like, something. "Don't tell him about the way back. I'll call you right back. You don't push the button and I won't push the button. Don't tell him about the way back." I don't even know how he knows about the way back.
Well, there was a movie recently, right?
I know, but I don't believe he's seen it.
Oh, well then
Unless-
that is...
Unless maybe he's seen the preview, which
Maybe.
is possible.
Yes.
It could have been on one of those
Yes.
other movies or something, but it was pretty hilarious repeatedly. "Don't tell him about the way back." Okay, does your mom know you're on the phone?
Apparently not, because he had to hide you.
It was hilarious.
Like you were the other woman.
If there was a... Whoa.
Just saying.
If there was a way to record a FaceTime call, I would have done it. If there's a way to record a FaceTime call and you know about it, you better
There
tell me about it.
probably
You're
is.
going to have a problem. 99 of them, and being young ain't one of them. Okay. Go.
Really? Wow, I don't know how to even... Oh, wow. So...
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you want me to go?
Sure.
I can go. Okay, so recently I think we were talking about shoes that can kill you.
Speaking of shoes, I have a story.
I knew it.
This right here, he didn't even know. Okay,
But I also have a story about...
okay.
Yeah.
So these shoes can't kill you. However, I recently took a class for which I needed to have high-topped shoes. So,
Oh, yeah.
the Hubs and I went
Hubs.
to a store and we were going to purchase some high-topped shoes. So they have just like, all they have out are like the sample shoes. So there's just one shoe.
Oh, okay. So how do you try them on then?
Well, you have to like get the guy.
Oh, okay.
And let me just say that this is an Oriental store. Producer wants to know if it was a class from the 90s for
was.
which I need high-topped shoes.
That's why she had to get in her way back.
Don't tell them about it. No, it was not. It was a Saved by the Bell class. Just kidding.
Can I have a screech? Oh, speaking of Saved by the Bell class, you'll never guess what I found the other day. I found a t-shirt with a screech on it. I was so excited.
It
but I
was of
didn't-
the Screech shirt.
It was of the screech shirt, yeah. And he's wearing his little 80s sunglasses.
You should have taken a picture of it. Why didn't
I
you take a
should've.
picture of it? That was really rude. Pictures sure didn't happen. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the
Yeah.
shoe store, which, by the way, is an Oriental store. Not that, you know, everyone's a little bit racist,
Everyone's
but that comes in,
bit.
comes in later. So we take the two shoes that we want to look at, and we hand them to the guy. And the guy takes the two shoes, And he goes to the back. Not the way back, just the back. Well, it might have been the way back. Because we were waiting for a little while.
You had to go back in time to the 90s to get them, that's
Well,
why.
So this is what happens. So we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and finally I said to the hubs, and I had a hard time getting it out then, and I probably have a hard time getting it out this time, but I said, I bet he's back there making his kids build the shoes.
Either that or the elves. Has little elf cobblers in the back.
We got to make these shoes just so she can try on. She's only gonna buy one. Why are we making all these shoes?
Wow. On that note, we are so out of time.
No, we have time for your shoes that can kill you.
No, I'm going to make them wait. That's going to be a cliffhanger.
You're gonna forget. No one's ever gonna.
No,
hear
I won't.
about
I
the
have it in my
story.
notes right here.
Yeah, that
You'll
was
hear
gonna
it.
help.
All right. I'm Jared.
I'm crying.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.